Namaste to everybody on Facebook Live and our beautiful light workers that are on Zoom. Uh, ooh, Baba Sharon here with the Cosmic Center Spiritual Light. We're going to get ready in a few moments to do the transmission, meditation, transmission of energies that come from the higher celestial realms of light. All of us coming together are like a container for this frequency to be held in this frequency band. We are literally transmitters of higher frequency of light. And the more that we hold this frequency within us, without even opening up our mouth, we hold the frequency. We are contributing to the collective unconscious. We are contributing to the ascension of the planet and to all of her life. We are a walking, talking transmitter of higher frequencies coming in. And we're the vehicle and the container for that. So we could look at ourselves in many different ways, but that is one way, definitely, and what we do, whether we're conscious of it or not. So as you walk the path of righteousness, as you walk the path of unconditional love, as you walk the path of the higher heart of compassion, of caring, of feeling, of sensing, of wanting to help, okay, the world, as you heart hurts you, if you see injustices, if your heart hurts, if you see suffering, okay, you carry a higher vibration. You're not one of those people, okay, who, whether the trauma or other reasons that shut that heart chakra down. There's so many that it's stone. It's stone. They are so inside a very small matrix. I've actually encountered a situation of somebody who I've knew many decades ago. And this individual, made choices, as we all do. We have the right to make the choice that we want to do. And there's no judgment. People may make the choices that they need to make to follow whatever lessons or experiences that they need for their growth at the end of the day. Okay, so, but I would say for all of us that are here, we're trying to make decisions on our life path as much as we can that are uplifting, positive, and so forth. We are not the service to self. So I did come back into contact after many, many years with a service to self person. It was a service to self person. That's who this person was. And this service to self person, as I have realized, had not really changed. They were still service to self. And that service to self, the decisions that were made, there's always the come around. You don't have to wait until you go to the next realm. It can happen right in the same lifetime you're in. Has found himself in a very small place, physically, little one room, no friends, no family as such, okay, and they have come into, I've seen it, and I've seen other people, this like very, very vibrational, strong bubble. I would say that word of a bubble, where they're just internal and they have become very, very small in their world. And so part of that is because of fear. Coming around and saying, oh my goodness, there's a lot to remorse, there's a lot to regret. But the higher heart of compassion, if you could just touch that, knows that there's a loving God in a higher place that said, we understand, it's okay. But how many people don't know that? And so there is so many people that have this self-worth issue because they look at their past. I look at my past. I said, God, forgive me because I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, but I know, okay, that I'm worthy of forgiveness. I understand I'm worthy of forgiveness. Why? Because I exist as a creation. But how many people don't know that? And they're going in through their own personal fear. Well, part of that is the manipulation of fear, the manipulation of fear. And what that does is, like, for example, yes, is there a weather issue going on? Of course there is. There's always been a weather issue going on. We have our fall equinox coming up on the 22nd of September. So we're a part of a cycle of time and cycle of weather. And here in where we are in Florida, we're specifically in Southwest Florida, there's a storm system that's starting. Now, this is the thing to remember. Yes, it's their natural occurrences in our area here. We had tropical storms. I'm originally from New York. We had tropical storms there. We had regular storms. I mean, I always known storms, okay? Not necessarily hurricanes, but storms. But nobody was out there saying, storms, storms, take cover. You went out and got an umbrella or whatever happened, you just hunker down, and if there's a flood, you avoid the flood, or you wait until the flood passes. That's a regular tropical storm. What I have noticed, and blizzards, yeah, well, I had to go to school in blizzards. We had to go in the snow. Nobody said, oh, there's a little snow in the ground, you get this, that. No, you had to go to school. Okay, and it could be like 2 below 0, you still had to go to school. Okay, so what I'm simply saying is that there's almost like a false construct, okay, that's being created that we just need to be aware of. I would say yes, it's important to be aware, but never to be in fear. Be aware, but not in fear. Okay, so that way you then stay aligned. I have no panic whatsoever. In fact, we've gone through hurricanes in this area here, and I didn't even know about it. I said, why is everybody in the stores buying everything? They said, there's a hurricane. I said, really? Not to say you don't stay informed, but the way the panic is, and that's what's happening now, particularly new people come to the area, they don't know. There's a guy here who was going to get ready and close down his business. Well, I forget which one it was. I don't remember the names of 3 or 4 years ago. I said, no, because he was going by what was being said on the TV and the radio, end of the world. I said, I've been here for 34 years. No, you don't have to leave, Dave. You can stay. Don't close down your business. He is here now 4 or 5 years. I said, remember that time you thought you were going to have to leave? So do we take it seriously? Well, of course we don't. Of course we take it seriously. But the thing I'm trying to say, we don't fall into fear. Now, if you know something is coming, you say, hey, it's coming in my direction. Then at that point, you don't fall into fear. You fall into survival mode. What do I need to do now? Boom, 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 boom. Because the guidance will come. Seal this up. Go this way. Do this stuff. Get extra. Yeah. But 36 hours in advance, 36 hours in advance before they know for sure what's going to happen, and you're hearing on a regular basis, it's not just for the people who may live, of course, on an island or where there's a storm surge. Of course, you need to leave. But the rest of Florida that's inland doesn't have to be going like that each time it goes. It's like a program. And so I stay calm. I say for everybody to stay calm. Let's find out exactly what's going on first, because the weather, you don't know 36 hours in ahead of time. All those noodles with hurricanes, okay, they go all the way around, and what you least expect happens. Now, I can say in our area over here, in the Sarasota area, we have been very blessed. We have a very, very large spiritual community. We stopped the oil spill that happened in the Gulf. Remember that happened when the oil spill happened. We stopped it from coming into our shores. People got in front of the sands and said, no, you're not coming here. Same thing with a hurricane. It was Charlie, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was, or whichever one, I don't remember. We had a phone call. I did a meditation of over 100 people, and with respect to the elements, because the elements have to clean up all the crap that we do. So it is like, hey, I command you, said, with all honor and respect for what you can do, can you please stay outdoor or as least amount of impact as possible? And guess what? It happens all the time. Last year, when we were in Sedona, okay, which was the latest one? I keep on forgetting all these hurricanes' names. Yeah, I think it was Ian. And it was coming into the area of the Cosmic Center, and the people that live around the area here from Sedona. We put our concentration and focus in prayer and visualize protection. Visualize however we did it that would protect the area. Everybody here was fine. There was not even the only protection that we have for the Cosmic Center building is to close the shades. That's the extent of our protection at this building, okay? Is to close the shades. Never a scratch. Never a scratch. So all I'm simply telling to everybody who may be listening to this that is living in Southwest Florida, yes, stay informed. Yes, be aware, but don't fall into fear. A lot of it is an opportunity to over kind of promote that thing of fear. And don't forget, look at just the politics. You have emergency departments. They all look at what everybody else is doing in the country. They looked over at Hawaii and they said they didn't do the alarm. We're not going to run into that problem. We're going to make sure. So it's almost like an over thing that, if there's a drop of rain or we just need to do this and do it over and over again. It's like a little bit overboard, just as if you go to a doctor and because they don't want to get sued, they will never give you a best case scenario. They'll go straight for the worst case scenario because they don't want to be sued. We have to be aware we're living in these times, which requires you to tap into that higher part of yourself that says you don't need to stress. I trust that. Okay, I trust that. I'm going out tomorrow. I have 2 business appointments. We're going to celebrate one of the ministers' parties tomorrow. That's my plan. Something's going to happen on Wednesday. I'll be alert to it. I got some batteries. I got water. I always have an extra thing because anything could happen. Okay, so, but there's no panic. There's no fear. Okay, there's no grabbing toilet papers and hoarding them. Okay. So, and if you saw that, that was a real energy. That was a real energy, a real energy. Okay. So that's basically all I want to say is that just know that one, we don't have to go into the drama of a third dimensional world, that we also have that higher part of ourselves that keeps us balanced for us to know exactly what to do. Trust the higher inner guidance that will guide you what to do. Not so much all of this. You can become aware, but don't allow them to put you into fear. Namaste, brothers and sisters of the light. Baba Sharon here. We will see you next time.